Let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah. I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Ain't no errors, baby. It's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video podcast to talk about our favorite team, the Arizona Cardinals. And ladies and gentlemen, woo! What a performance. Fill in the blank. You chat, fill in the blank. What a bleep performance. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are and how you guys feel about this Arizona Cardinal team losing to the Green Bay Packers 34 to what is it? 34 to 13? Is that how it all shook out? I'm not gonna lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. I was watching this game, but obviously with my obligations of covering the Cardinals here on different, places, I had to go ahead and put my concentration on that. But yes, 34 to 13, the Arizona Cardinals lose to the Green Bay Packers. And man, oh man, do we got a lot to talk about today. We got my guy Ivan in the chat already filling in the blanks. We got that. We got dot. We got trash. We got depressing. We got all sorts of words up in the chat. Fill in the blank, chat. Let me know how you guys are feeling. But if you could do me a huge favor, smack up the like button. Do it for the algorithm. And let me give a shout out to the sponsors of the video, BetUS. If you're looking for a brand new sportsbook, BetUS is the way to go. Currently, right now, if you're using the promo code YouTube150, they will provide you with a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. Now, your following two deposits will be 125% sign-up bonus. So, use promo code YouTube150 upon signing up, and let's get started and get engaged in the game, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's talk about this. Right now, we are at the wit's end, ladies and gentlemen, with Cardinal fans that are just Kyler Murray fans and not Cardinal fans, but they're just Kyler Murray fans. They don't seem to understand that this loss spreads out through the entirety of the team. They don't understand that. It doesn't sink in their head. Like Jaden Daniels, rookie, doesn't already have an amazing start to his season. Like Caleb Williams, rookie, doesn't have an amazing start to his season. Like Bo Nix, what the heck? Already has over 3 wins. Like, these rookie quarterbacks are performing to the level that they're performing because guess what? They can win games in the NFL. And I'm not going to sit here and say the Arizona Cardinals solely lost because of Kyler, because that's not true. That's not true one bit. But he does get some sort of blame to the idea that Kyler Murray did not have a good game today. He did not have a good game today. At one point, before the 10 points were scored, ladies and gentlemen, peep this. The Arizona Cardinals offense, hear me well, the Arizona Cardinals offense had 15 plays, 35 yards, and then we had time of possession, 7 minutes and 35 seconds. Yep. Let me say that again for the people in the back. 15 plays, 35 yards, and time of possession, 7 minutes and 35 seconds. Green Bay, our opponent, the team that we were playing today, guess what their stats were? 33 plays, 251 yards, and they had 18 minutes and 10 seconds. Now, these were stats that were posted on Fox on the screen before the Cardinals scored those 10 points. Obviously, the touchdown pass to Michael Wilson, and then that the interception throw that was thrown by Jordan Love, and we were only able to get 3 points. But still, regardless with those 3 points, the Cardinals had an opportunity going into the half to potentially score more and get this game within reach. But guess what? The Cardinals didn't, right? Because another 3rd and short, our franchise quarterback decides to chuck the ball deep instead of just converting that 3rd down. And here's the thing. We've been talking about Kyler Murray's things that we were seeing throughout the entirety of his 6 years, running out of bounds when he doesn't throw the ball away. And now this is something that we're always been talking about. Why can't we just convert a 3rd down? Like, why can't we just convert it? Convert the 3rd down. Why are we going for gusto? Why are we going for the home run ball? Convert the 3rd down. I promise you, our offense will get more plays. And guess what? We might score a touchdown because right now you threw a 50-50 ball to a undrafted rookie in Xavier Weaver. I like Xavier Weaver. I really do. Great. I think he's going to be a fantastic wide receiver. But that's not the play, man. That's not the play. Let me get the super chat started here. We got Andrew in the chat already starting up the super chat train. He says this: can't stomach watching this team. We look better with a first year staff and Josh Dobbs at quarterback. Burn it down. That's funny. Well, I mean, here's the thing. It depends on when you're saying burn it down. Are you saying burn it down at the end of the year? Well, I mean, it depends on what happens, right? If the Cardinals consistently win, if we have 6, 7, 8 wins, then there's no sense to burn it down. Does it suck that Caleb Williams might have more wins than the Arizona Cardinals? Yes. Does it suck that Jaden Daniels looks like the next best thing since sliced bread? Yes, it sucks. But I know how this organization is, and they're going to lean on the fact that we have progress, right? They're going to lean on the fact that we have progress, which, like I said, it depends on how this season ends and how this season unfolds. Because at the end of the day, let's see what happens in these next games. But I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and say that Kyler Murray doesn't deserve some sort of blame, because he does. He absolutely does. Now, I want to give a huge shout out here to, or I guess, I don't want to say shout out, but my guy Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, I ended up putting a tweet out, or I guess that's called posts now. My bad. A post. I ended up putting a post out there before Marvin Harrison Jr. went down. Now, if you guys don't know, Marvin Harrison Jr., there was a ball thrown to him, completely went out of his hand. He hit his head on the thigh of the opposing team. So one of the Green Bay Packers hit his head. He came back wobbly. Training staff came in, took him off the field. They did a great job in obviously observing and recognizing the fact that he's a little wobbly. Took him off the field. He didn't come back in the second half, and they ruled him out probably halfway through the third quarter, if not maybe the end of the third quarter. So prayers up to Marvin Harrison Jr. Hopefully, speedy recovery for him. Obviously, concussions are nothing to sneeze at. It's a very, very serious thing. Hopefully, nothing but the best for him, and hopefully, speedy recovery. But one thing that I mentioned here is the fact that what is going on with Kyler and Marvin? Can somebody explain this to me? Please, somebody in the chat. Somebody explain to me what's going on with Kyler and Marvin Harrison Jr. Let me know in the chat. Is it Kyler? Is it Marvin? Is it both? Is it Drew Petzing? Is it offensive line? What is your excuse this time around? Because to me, Kyler deserves some sort of blame to what happened today, right? Not all blame, but he does deserve some blame. Because like I said, you can't be a franchise quarterback and put up those numbers that I just mentioned before. Now, that was before the 10-point swing that was provided to the Arizona Cardinals. And ask the people that were here in the halftime report. I said it. I was as optimistic as they come. I said, man, if the Cardinals can score a touchdown in the second half, we're talking about a 7-point game. We're talking about a 7-point game. I was optimistic as they come, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what? No touchdown for you in the second half. No touchdown for you. Something is seriously wrong with this offense. Drew Petzing is no genius. Kyler Murray came out and said Drew Petzing was a genius. He loves this offense because he feels like he can play freely. He loves this offense because he doesn't have to play Superman. He doesn't have to be Superman, Kyler Murray said. This offense is not good. This offense is not good at all. At all. Not all on Kyler? Correct. Not all on Kyler. Does he deserve blame? Of course he does. He's a franchise quarterback. Guess what? Jaden Daniels looks good. Guess what? Caleb Williams looks good. Bo Nix has more wins than you right now. So yes, there's blame to franchise quarterbacks. They need to eat it. They need to learn from it. Because this was not a good performance. Let me get to my guy, Charge Entertainment here. Now, I will be opening up the phone lines, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be opening up the phone lines a little later on in the stream. I want to get your guys' interaction and how you guys feel about this Arizona Cardinal loss. Let me know everything. Let it out. If you think I'm absolutely crazy and out of my mind, let me know. I don't care. Let me know. I want you guys on. All right, let's get to my guy, Charge. He says this: our defense sucks. True. Mason Graham or Abdul Carter would be great picks in the next draft. Also, trade Bunting. Maybe we can get a 5th round for him. Here's the thing. Sean Murphy Bunting is buns. He's buns. Oh, he's bad. Yeah, he's not good. No. Sean Murphy Bunting is bad. There was one specific play that I was just done. I was done with Sean Murphy Bunting when I believe there was a jump ball to Romeo Dobbs. And for some reason, he looked back, but he over pursued and he just wasn't even in contention to even break up that pass. What is Sean Murphy Bunting doing? I agree. Bunting is buns. Sean Murphy buns. That's his name. Sean Murphy, he's not good. He's not good at all. I don't know what trade value we can get for him. I do agree. I like these players that you listed off in the draft. I'm not trying to talk about draft right now. I know some people are there already, and it's funny because some of those same people are talking about Archie Manning. Some of those same people out there are talking about, other things. No, we still got 10 plus games left in this 2024 season. Anything can happen. Anything can change. This wasn't a good showing, though. Absolutely not. Not a good showing. Let's keep with the super chats here. We got my guy Andrew doubling down with the super chat. He says this: 2025 cut Kyler Murray, Andrew, plenty of options to replace. Well, I mean, there's a lot of Cardinal fans right now that are pretty upset with our franchise quarterback in Kyler Murray. And there's a lot of Cardinal fans that are upset that people are saying anything about Kyler Murray, because to them, Kyler Murray can't do no wrong. I don't understand it. I will never be one of those guys. Kyler Murray needs to play better. Point and blank. Now, it didn't help that the defense allowed 34 points. You're right. Yeah, 100%. You're right. It didn't help that the Arizona Cardinals defense allowed 34 points. But it also didn't help that the Arizona Cardinals offense can't stay on the field and convert third downs. It makes our offense look really, really not as great. You know what I mean? Like, what's the third down efficiency today? Do you guys know on the top of your head? If not, no worries. I got you guys right here. Third down efficiency for today: 4 for 10. Today, 4 for 10. Now, penalties didn't help out either. Oh, penalties were pissing me off today. Penalties were pissing me off today. And that was coming from Beachum. That was coming from Bilal Nichols, our treasured free agent acquisition. All these free agents that we got this year, with the exception of Mac Wilson Sr., they're not it. They're not it. Mac Wilson Sr., the only one that's worth a lick. That's it. He's good. He's great. He's the best defensive player on the field, it seems like sometimes. He's flying to the ball. He's doing what he can. So, I don't want to hear JG saying this wasn't a beatdown, because this was. This was a beatdown, ladies and gentlemen. The Arizona Cardinals lose by more than 3. Was it 3 possessions already, or is this 2? So, yes, this is 3 possessions. Yes, it's 3 possessions. I'm going to bring my trusted calculator out here because I can't seem to math right now doing this live. But yes, we lost by 21 points. That's 3 possessions. That's 3 possessions we lost by. 3 touchdowns. So don't get it twisted. Don't let JG, don't let anybody lie to you. I heard somebody say that this wasn't a bad loss. What? This is not a bad loss? This offense couldn't do anything in the first half. We scored 10 points on potentially a garbage touchdown by Michael Wilson, which they were playing a little soft, but we'll take the 7 points. Love threw an interception. It wasn't his fault. An interception happened. We should have got a touchdown, but ended up getting a field goal. 10 points. Okay. By that time, guess what? It's still a 14-point game. This Cardinals offense just ain't it. This Cardinals offense is as inconsistent as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I don't know what team is coming out. I really don't. I don't know what defense is going to come out today. I don't know what offense is going to come out today. I don't know what Kyler Murray is going to come out today. That's the frustration that I'm feeling as a Cardinal fan. Truly, the inconsistency of this team is the downfall. Penalties were terrible. Oh, they were so terrible. The game plan seemed to be, I don't know, we're just as predictable as they come. Seriously, we're very predictable. Unfortunately, Marvin Harrison Jr. went down with a concussion, didn't come back. Hopefully, he comes back next week. Prayers up. We'll see what happens. I just don't get it. I don't get the cult following. I don't get the cult following saying, oh, Kyler did no wrong. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. You're telling me that when Kyler Murray threw that ball to Xavier Weaver, there was no other option. That's what you're telling me? I like Xavier Weaver. I want him to succeed in the NFL. But man, oh man, oh man, that is not the play. That's the equivalent of Kyler Murray chucking the ball over to Greg Dortch in the last drive of the Buffalo game. That's the equivalent of situational. Who are you throwing the ball to? Like, this is such a big moment, and that was your decision. Like, I don't understand it, and I don't think I ever will. Let me get to my super chat here. We got Ivan coming up with the chat. Appreciate you, man. He says this: Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't see the dog in him. We've seen a rookie Anquan, Larry, Prime Nuke, and young David Boston. He looked timid out there and not sure-handed. Well, I'll say one thing. I'll definitely say one thing. The look of the look of Marvin Harrison Jr. on the field, and he doesn't look to be good. Yeah, that's frustrating. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I need to figure out something here on my end. But yeah, no, I agree. I think the frustration level that we're seeing here from Marvin Harrison Jr. with he does have that look of, oh, I don't know what's happening, or I don't know. Yeah, I'll give you that. Now, I'm not going to sell him out already, right? And I'm not saying you're doing that either, Ivan. But I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, he's not the pick. He's still the 4th overall pick for me. He really is. Now, how many more excuses can we put out there, right? And I'm not saying you're using one, Ivan. I just want to be very clear. I'm not saying you're using one. I'm just saying how many more excuses that we have to put out there, right? Because honestly, I think at the end of the day here, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at a potential can't miss wide receiver in Marvin Harrison Jr. And he seems to be not a focal point in this offense. What? There's nothing wrong with Marvin Harrison Jr. in my mind. I really don't. Yes. Is he a little timid? Yes, okay, I'll give you that. Does he look a little lost sometimes? Yes, I do. But isn't that the job of your franchise quarterback to take this young man under your wing and say, this is what we need to do? This is what we need to do. You ran a go. No, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to run a go, and you ran a curl route, or you ran a comeback route, whatever the heck that was, right? Now, I do agree that there is blame to go for both Marvin and Kyler. I'm going to come out here and say this. The Arizona Cardinals, what they need to do is they need to put Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler Murray, lock them in a room for 48 hours, and show the freaking film. Sit them down and say, you got to get on the same page. Sit them down. Sit them down and tell them, why can't we get this resolved? Why are you on a different page and then you're on a different page? It's wild to me. It's absolutely wild. So what happened today? What happened today? Game plan? Terrible. Predictable. Execution? Terrible. Predictable. Everything coincided to what is this offense? What is this offense? And I'm already seeing somebody in the chat saying, oh, no blame because Drew Petzing. Game plan is part of Drew Petzing, ladies and gentlemen. Let me be very clear. Game plan is Drew Petzing. That's what I'm saying. And I said that earlier. I said that earlier before we started this stream. The blame goes around. Starts with the game plan. It starts with the execution, then the quarterback play, then the run wasn't able to go, then the consistent penalties back and forth. It all was a crumbling motion down that it doesn't seem like anybody can get out of this. Why is the Cardinals always in this situation? Ask yourself, why are the Cardinals always in this situation? Defense, oh yes, is terrible. Yeah, we know that. That's not a shock. Are we shocked that this defense is terrible? No, we know this. But it's the Arizona Cardinals' offense fault for putting them on the field and not converting third downs. You're putting a defense that is already short-handed, has one hand strapped behind their back. Sean Murphy bunting is as buns as they come, and you're telling them, okay, win the game. We can't score third down. Oh, we can't convert third downs. We know what this defense is, and I'm not giving them a pass at all. I'm not giving this defense a pass, but we know darn well that this offense needs to be the bright spot for this team to win anything. And they failed. This offense failed today. Third down efficiency, 4 for 10. And guess what? This isn't the first time. The Lions, we were 1 for 9. What aren't we getting? Guess who's the one player that has the ball in their hand every single play? Guess who's that player? Guess who's that player that has the ball in their hand every single time? Kyler Murray. You're telling me he can't audible out of something that he sees? You're telling me that he can't do something if he doesn't like the play call of Drew Petzing? That's what you're telling me? I don't believe that for a second. I think Kyler Murray has blamed in this game. I think Kyler Murray should have chose to convert that third down as opposed to chucking it deep. And here's the thing. I've heard a lot of people here on X and Twitter. Oh, I like that play. Oh, that's a good play. Well, here's the problem. The problem isn't the fact that he threw that throw. Obviously, if it worked, it was good. But this is a consistent pattern that we've been seeing in the history, in the career of what Kyler Murray has done as a quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. You're talking about a second and long, a third and long, and the Cardinals choose to chuck the ball deep down the field. Why? Why? We know the struggles that we're dealing with in the offense. We can't convert third downs. And our first option is let me chuck the ball to an undrafted rookie. That's what we're going? Like, this is where it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. There's blame everywhere. Defensively, Drew Petzing, Kyler Murray. Our offensive run game was terrible. Penalties were abysmal today. We're talking about a team that had not very many penalties heading into this game. And guess what? We were bad. Penalties stunted this offense from doing anything. But, I mean, if you're not converting third downs anyways, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Same thing over and over again. So, this is where we're at right now. This is where we're at. I would love to get the people on here that are saying that Kyler Murray has no blame, right? If you're one of those guys that say, okay, he does have some, but I don't think it's all. Okay, cool. That's fine. But I want to hear the guys that say that Kyler Murray has no blame. I'm truly curious to figure out why you feel like Kyler Murray has no blame. Because I already saw the chat here where people are talking about, oh, statistically, he's top 10. He's top 10. Well, guess what? Statistically, that's solo stats. That's you as a QB. Guess what we need? We need a franchise quarterback that gets us wins. That's what we need. That's what we need. So what do you care about, right? What do you care about? Do you care about offensive stats or do you care about wins? What do you care about? To me, I care about wins. Because like JG has said, it's not about one person, right? It's about the team. What benefits the team? Kyler Murray having top 10 numbers? What benefits the team? Seriously, let me know in the chat. What benefits the team? Kyler Murray having top 10 numbers or the Cardinals winning? What benefits us? There is an obvious disconnect between Murray and this young man right here. Why having the Cardinals got in front of it is absolutely beyond me. It's absolutely beyond me. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get why this is not a priority. Now, unfortunately, he did leave the game early. Because of a concussion. He didn't come back. Speedy recovery. Hopefully he comes back. I don't understand the people that are coming out here saying, Kyler Murray's top 10. Kyler Murray's top 15 in stats. Well, guess what? Are you a Kyler Murray fan or are you a Cardinal fan? What are you? I'm a Cardinal fan. So wins mean more to me than Kyler Murray being statistically great. And I'm saying great because I just threw that name out. I don't think he's statistically great, but wins mean more to me. We need to figure out what in the living heck is going on with his offense. It looks bad. It looks unsynced. It looks clunky. It looks all the words you can come up with. It looks like that. That's what it looks like. Marvin Harrison Jr. looks lost. Kyler Murray, again, can't get connection with his wide receiver one. Why? What's the problem? It's the same things that we're dealing with over and over and over and over again. And guess what? The excuses keep piling up. Because instead of you guys admitting the fact that Kyler Murray has some sort of blame, you like to defer the blame elsewhere. It's the defense. They scored 34 points on our defense. Well, no crap. They scored 34 points on our defense. Our defense has been horrendous. We've said this from the beginning of the year, and I've said this to multiple people, and the people came at me and they said, this is year 2, Michael. This is year 2, Mike. Monty Ossenfort doesn't need to do this, blah, 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 blah. Well, now eat it. Because this is what I feared. Kyler Murray having to play catch-up week in and week out. And guess what? Now, he has to play catch-up. But it's not like his offense looks really good. It's not like this offense looks stupendous. No, it's as inconsistent as they come. You want to win as a Cardinals fan, through and through. Don't come at me and say this is year 2. And I heard Monty Ossenfort come out and said, oh, this is year 2 in a rebuild. What does that tell me? That doesn't tell me that they put a team around Kyler Murray defensively. They didn't. You're right. They didn't. They didn't put a team around Kyler Murray defensively. You're right. But that doesn't change the fact that this Arizona Cardinals offense looks clunky in week 6. How is this the best Trey McBride game? How? It's insane. It's insane to me. I don't understand it. I really don't. Blame goes around. Everybody gets a blame in this loss. Kyler, offensive line, penalties, Drew Petzing, everybody. Defense, everybody. This was a beatdown. The Cardinals lost by 21 freaking points. That's 3 scores. Because our offense couldn't get the job done. The offense couldn't match with what they were given. Let me give you the numbers again real quick, ladies and gentlemen, for the people in the back that are just joining in. Before the Arizona Cardinals scored 10 points, before they did, the Cardinals were 15 plays, 35 yards. And this is probably with like 3 or 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Let me add. This is like already most of the second quarter in, already first quarter done, right? So the Cardinals were 15 plays, 35 yards, time of possession 7 minutes and a half. Green Bay Packers, 33 plays, 251 yards. 251 yards to your 35 measly yards? And time of possession, 18 minutes. Actually, let me math real quick because I could find out when, right? 18. Yeah, so this is probably like 4 minutes left in the second quarter. This is probably, so the Cardinals scored a touchdown by Michael Wilson, right? Cardinals scored a touchdown by Michael Wilson, and then we got that interception and then we got the 3 points. So that's before. That's before. Man, oh man, oh man. Do I need a therapy session? Absolutely, I do. Okay, let's do this. We're going to bring you guys on. we're going to bring you guys on. And for the love of God, please, Twitter, fam, whoever you are out there that are watching, that trying to get to jump on. If you think Kyler Murray is not the problem, or if you don't think Kyler Murray has any problem, let me rephrase it. If you don't think that Kyler Murray has any problem or any instance of blame to this game, I want to talk to you. You are who I want to talk to. But for everybody else, super simple. All I do is put a link in the chat. Jump on the link, jump on in. Come on through. There it is. Link has been posted. Come on through. I won't yell. I want to hear you guys out. And I want to hear what you guys have to say. Link has been posted. Let me know how you guys feeling about the Cardinals losing by 3 possessions, by 21 points, 34-13 in Lambeau. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Here's the thing. There we go. We already got somebody coming down here. Okay, let's go. Let's go with 23-5. What's up, 23-5? You're live on the Easy Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me. Oh, no, he went away. Okay, try to jump on again. I don't know what happened. Okay, let's go with Jesus. Jesus, you are live on the Easy Sports Fan on YouTube. Talk to me, Jesus. How are you feeling about the Cardinals?
Hey, Mike, can you hear me?
What's up, brother? Yes, I can.
I think what people are not realizing, that the people that want to question Kyler or put some blame on him, is we're not just saying specifically this game. Yes, he didn't lose the ball. Yes, all the mistakes weren't his fault, but we're talking about 6 years of potential, of now 2 coaching staff. People want a 3rd offensive coordinator. So you get him a 3rd offensive coordinator. What if Kyler stays the same or sucks even worse? Is it the 3rd offensive coordinator's fault now? So now we're going to go to a 4th one?
Yeah.
That's just basically where we're coming from. Like, it's not all his fault, but at some point, you are what you are, and you have to cut your losses and move on. And that'll just get off. That way you can talk to more people.
Okay, appreciate it, Jesus. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And you're right. You're right. We want to be very clear here, right? Nobody's sitting here and saying this is all on Kyler. Nobody's saying that. And then you're crazy. People's minds. Sorry, I was kind of you are not crazy. I'm crazy. But what I'm trying to say is that for some people, that's what people are hearing. I don't know why they're hearing that. But we're not saying he is all to blame. We're saying that this is 6 years, right? You got Caleb Williams winning games. You got Jaden Daniels winning games. You got Bo Nix winning games. Why can't we? Let's go over with Beto. Beto, you are live on the Easy Sports Fan on YouTube. Talk to me, Beto. How are you feeling about the Arizona Cardinals loss to the Green Bay Packers? Here we go. What's up, Beto? Can you hear me? Nope, he's gone. Okay, let's go back with 23K5. Oh, no, okay, we clicked on Soul Pancakes. So, Soul Pancakes, you're going to go live here right now. You're live on the Easy Sports Fan on YouTube. Soul, talk to me, buddy. How are you feeling about the Cardinals?
Hey, sorry about that. I had the YouTube channel in the background, so I heard an echo, and I was like, wait, what's going on here?
All good, brother.
So I saw the majority of the game. I had to turn it off by like the 3rd quarter. Not because I was frustrated, but because I didn't have any belief of anybody like coming back. And I know you wanted the Kyler, the stance to come on here and stuff. You already know me. I'm more critical on Kyler Murray. Yeah. So for me, it's like the same thing kind of becomes the issue is we've seen this team fall behind. We've seen this team get into a situation like last week, and more often than not, they either crumble at that position or they do what they did last week, which is the outlier. Like I think I've only seen the Cardinals do something like come back. Sorry about that. I think I've seen them do something like come back after being behind by 10 or more points in the 3rd quarter, probably 2 times in my watching experience with Kyler Murray as a quarterback. Fair. The one that stands out the most is the Detroit Lions one, where they were down, Kyler Murray was frustrated. You all was able to see the, behind the scenes on that. Cliff Kingsbury comes to talk to him, tells him, hey, you need to just relax, just play your game. Comes back, we get into a tie. You know what? That's beyond the point. The point that I'm trying to make is that we don't see this as often as we should. And with somebody that we're paying that much, that we have so much belief in, it doesn't matter. Even if the defense was to be at fault in the situation, you pay a quarterback to be able to get yourself out of those situations. People get upset with the calls that are being made on the field, But sometimes they make those calls to acquiesce to your quarterback. An offensive coordinator that's going to call something that your quarterback's capable of being able to complete on. There's more than just one concept being thrown out of the field. Every single concept has a dump off option. They have a alert throw, which is usually like the X receiver, which are hey, the quarterback sees this guy one-on-one on the outside. He's going to chuck it to that guy.
Yep.
Or he's going to throw it, look into the concept side, and he's going to know which one's going to come open, which one isn't, and stuff. If he's not reading out those concepts like he should, that's on Kyler Murray. That's quarterbacking. Second year in the system. So when people are trying to boost blame toward Petzing, all they're trying to do is get this coaching staff fired again.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to do this again and go through another regime? And what happens if we go through another regime of 2 years? We're spending 2 more years, and what are we going to do? We're going to keep doing the same thing? Like, oh, it's actually not Kyler Murray's fault. It's this, it's that. Come on, guys. Like, at some point, you have to expect better. You can like your quarterback and still be critical of him. You're just trying to say, hey, you can play better than that.
Facts, bro. Facts. Appreciate your soul, man. I'm going to let you go, brother. Have a great rest of your day, man. Great call. I agree, 100%. Let's keep this going here. Let's go with Brian. Brian, you are live on the AC Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me. How you feeling about the Arizona Cardinals? You with me, Brian?
Oh, yes.
Okay, talk to me, man. How you feeling?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. I'm going to try not to yell too much or be cursing as much because I have a tendency to do that.
All good.
Oh, you're not even on my headset. Yeah, no, I had to turn this off after the third quarter because, Jesus, I was getting way too angry with that. I mean, I don't fully blame Kyler, but yes, he is a part of the problem.
Thank you. Yep.
That much is obvious. Where I'm struggling with this is if this is Kyler or if this is a Drew Petzing problem, is because we have seen it with Cliff Kingsbury in 21. Kyler did amazing in the first half. I think the reason that season fell apart is because Cliff never came out with anything new. Everyone knew what the Cardinals was bringing. So we've seen that Kyler Murray has the potential to play high quarterback play, to play at a high level. However, another issue I'm seeing is we are not spreading this ball around either. We're focusing on 1 or 2 players every game.
Yep.
Packers had how many, 4 or 5 wide receivers that got the ball. Their tight end that got the ball. They had 2 running backs getting the ball. James Conner had the ball for the whole first half with a little bit of Marvin Harrison and Wilson. Trey McBride finally came in the second half. Where was Trey McBride the rest of the whole first 5 games of this year?
Yeah.
I barely heard anything from him. I'm looking at our previous games. We're now 2-4 on the season, and most of these games are come from behind victories, except for the Rams. All these other games, we are far behind. I don't think we can get rid of Kyler Murray at this point. I don't think anyone in this next coming draft has anywhere near the potential that Kyler Murray has. But I'm looking at this at the rest of this season, and I'm struggling to see if we have anything with the season. I get it. It's every given Sunday, but
right.
Chargers, I don't know if we're going to win that. If Tua's still out on the 27th, I think we stand a good chance against the Dolphins. Bears, as much as I dislike Caleb Williams, the way he's been playing these past couple weeks and how he's getting better, they're going to fucking torch us.
Yeah.
Excuse the language.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, maybe, because Aaron Rodgers has been playing like crazy.
Yeah.
Vikings are going to destroy us. The Seahawks, I don't know. Panthers always seem to have our number. Patriots, we should have them. And then we're closing off with the Rams and the 49ers. If Rams have all their offensive weapons back.
Yeah, it might be game over. Brian, I'm going to let you go, man. Great call. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so very much, brother. Head up. Later, man. Peace. Yeah, let's keep it going here. Great call. Honestly, I think what it comes down to, I agree with you. I think that the Cardinals right now are in a stance where nobody's sitting here saying we need to, trade Kyler Murray, start tune. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that all. But you got to recognize what is happening here, right? And it's not all Drew Petzing's fault, ladies and gentlemen. It's an accumulation of everything, right? It's an accumulation of Kyler Murray not making the right reads. It's the game plan. It's this. It's that. Is this? It's Kyler Murray throwing the ball deep on third and short every freaking time. This isn't the first game this has happened. It's happened for 6 freaking years. 6 years. Third and short, chuck the ball deep. That's the forte of Kyler Murray. Why doesn't he get it? Why? Okay, let's keep it going here. We got a few more people here in the chat. Let's go with Beto. Let's see if Beto here can be that Kyler Murray stand for some people in the chat here. All right, Beto, you're live on the AZ Sports fan here. AZ Sports fan here on YouTube. Talk to me. How you feeling?
Hello?
What's up, Beto? Can you hear me?
Yo, what's good? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hopefully, you're a Kyler Murray fan or stan.
Oh, you can definitely keep him. He's the best. We just have horrible O lines and D lines. I'm just kidding. I have a trash bag here. We just need to rebuild. It was horrible, dude.
Yeah.
Wow, what a game. I've never yelled like so bad like in that game. It was just trash. Like everybody, the whole team, Kyler, the offensive line, the D line, it was just the coaches, it was just horrible, dude. Like I think this was like the game that we needed to win. And I started watching the game and I was like, we definitely got to win this game and we'll be up in the division. And it was horrible, dude.
Yeah.
Like what the heck was I watching? Like everybody, like all my friends were like, bro, you okay? And I was just like, no, like I'm gonna go home, man. Like
That's funny.
it was horrible, dude. Like I don't know what's going on. I don't know what has to happen. Like obviously we gotta figure something out. Like I'm tired of hearing that they're rebuilding. They're like, oh, we're on year 3, year 4, whatever. Like, Kyler's not doing anything. The coaches aren't doing anything. It's just I don't know, man. I'm still amazed by how many penalties we had, how many fumbles. It was insane, dude. Like this was a game that we needed to win, and we we didn't show up. Period. Like it was just horrible, dude.
Yeah, facts. I
Like,
agree, Beto. Thank you so very much, man. I'm gonna let you go, brother. Have a
yeah,
great day, man. Appreciate you for jumping on.
cool. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. See, I'm not the only one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not the only one. Let's keep it going here. Let's go with Ivan. Ivan, you were live on the Easy Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me, Ivan. How you feeling about the Arizona Cardinals? What's up, brother?
It was just horrible.
Hey, am I on, Mike?
Yes,
think
you
I'm
are, man.
on.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, man? So for the Kyler Murray fan that I am, I want to put a couple things into perspective here. It's who else do we go with, right? So I've lived through the years of Max Hall, John Skelton,
Me too.
back to Sean King and Dave Craig. Like he's about as talented as we've had in Arizona, with the exception of Carson Palmer and Kurt Warner.
Fair.
So we know what he is, and he's not. There's a very limited number of people in the NFL, quarterbacks, that are going to win you a game. Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, when he's on, Lamar Jackson, perhaps. So a very small number of quarterbacks that are going to win you games. Yet there's a bunch of quarterbacks that are getting paid to do so.
Right.
So Kyler Murray's probably in that second, third tier, what have you. But if you look at guys like Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott, these guys and more so for like Trevor Lawrence, we keep saying that, hey, Arch Manning, we need to wait for him, we need to tank, this, that, and the other. Trevor Lawrence, people were tanking for him for years.
Yeah. And
They
Tua.
got him. And Tua, and now the Jaguars are sitting where, right? So it's like, it's kind of a crapshoot when it comes to quarterbacks. And we've seen that now with Darnold having success, Baker Mayfield not having success. So it's really tough to say, put the onus all upon Kyler when you just look at the team around him. So when Marvin Harrison Jr. went out today, you had the same guys we had out there last year. Trey McBride, Elijah Higgins, Michael Wilson, and Greg Dortch. That's not scaring anybody, especially with a depleted offensive line. I'm not sure that the talent is there for us to come here and say, Kyler, you need to do better. That's just not him. All
So
right.
let me ask you this real quick.
Yeah.
What about the rookie quarterbacks right now? Do you think that these rookie quarterbacks are just a dime a dozen, right? The whole Jaden Daniels looking great. I think he lost against Baltimore today, but a really good game, still very competitive. And then Caleb Williams, first overall pick. So are you saying don't move off of him? And I want to be clear, I'm not saying move off of him because there's no other option, right? You got to ride out the season with him. Right? I think we all know that. I think what we're trying to say is that the 6-game sample or the 6-year sample size and what we've been seeing so far from Kyler Murray, are you as a Cardinal fan satisfied, or do you look at it as he's the best we got right now, and we kind of have to take it on the chin because he's on our contract? That's my question.
Yeah, kind of a bit of both, right? So he is who we have. Like we're not getting anybody better in the foreseeable future. But also like look what we've surrounded him with. Like not that much. If we're looking at it in comparison to we'll say Jalen Hurts. I think Kyler Murray is a more complete, better ball thrower than Jalen Hurts. But we look at him a couple years ago, and he got the Eagles as far as he did to the Super Bowl. But if you substitute Jalen Hurts for Kyler Murray, you're probably going to get roughly the same result. So I think it's a myriad of things, and you've talked about it, how just in general, the team didn't come out to play today, right? The pre-snap penalties, this team was not ready to go today, and it showed. And it's kind of like the Jekyll and Hyde of this offense.
All right.
When things are looking great and beautiful, it is. It's the Rams game. When things are looking terrible, it's the 32 yards we had right before halftime. So, a little bit of blame goes to everybody, but at the end of the day, I think we got to ride with Kyler, and just we just got to give him more. Everybody, the whole team. But yeah, it's kind of my take on it, man. I know it's frustrating with Kyler at times to kind of see him out there, but we've seen some of the greatest plays in Cardinals history with Kyler Murray at the helm. If we're being honest about it. So I know it's year 6, and I know we can't talk potential anymore. But what are we giving him? What are we giving him that's making him be successful? And I'm not sure that we're doing much for him.
You're saying offensively we're not giving him much?
Yeah, I mean, and part of that's the offensive line, right? The offensive line has been depleted. The running game couldn't get going today. He needs to play backyard football to be effective. He needs to go out there. There needs to be motion. There needs to be play action. There needs to be read options. If that's not carrying over into a game, and it's just drop back and pass for Kyler, that's not his strength. He can't do that. He's not a Pat Mahomes type. So we're not going to win games like that. So we got to kind of have that backyard football mentality for him to win and get out of the pocket.
What does Jaden Daniel have? What does Jaden Daniels have right now in terms of weapons compared to Kyler Murray?
I mean, Terry McLaurin. Yeah, I mean, you could say he's a pretty good receiver. He's got a very good running game. I know Robinson didn't suit up today, but still, he's got a good running game to rely on. He's got a lot of talent behind him. And we say, like the Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels piece this year, it looks like the Andrew Luck RG3 rookie year that those guys had, where they came out, both those guys just came out on fire. And then, the rest is history from there. But, I do believe that Jaden Daniels has looked great. But before we crown him, let's kind of see how this goes on. Just because I'm not ready to do that yet with him, even though he has looked fantastic.
That's fair. So I mean, we're kind of saying the same thing. You're saying the blame goes around to both, right? To everybody. You're saying that, but you're also saying at the other hand, there's nobody else better. So ride out with them with the rest of the season, which I think everybody's saying pretty much that same thing. Well, obviously we're riding with them. Nobody's going to bench him for Clayton Tune. Like that's not going to happen. But what I think what I'm trying to get across is that there is a not good enough quarterback play right now in week 6. Can you agree with that, or do you not agree with that? Or do you blame it on weapons?
I can't put it all on Kyler. So I think, does he need to play better? Absolutely. I think so. But with Marvin Harrison going out early, him kind of being timid, that connection obviously not being there. We look at Malik Neighbors and Daniel Jones. They have a connection. Malik's played 4 games, got 35 catches. Whose fault is that? I don't know. Is it the play callers not getting Marvin Harrison open? Is it Kyler for not making that connection?
Well, I mean, I think we can both agree that Kyler's better than Daniel Jones, right? I mean, do you agree with that?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like that connection should be there.
Right.
Like, there's no reason for Danny Dimes to be throwing 35 receptions in 4 games to Malik Neighbors and Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison only having like 16 or 17.
Right.
So I think part of that's got to be on Drew. How do we get Marvin Harrison open? How do we get in the ball? And then that connection that we saw today on that third down, he just kind of threw it over his head. Like that's come on, dude. It's we're 6 games in already. You had a
Yeah.
full offseason with this guy. Like
So we're
that's
we're
kind of
saying the
on
same
top.
thing, right? You think we're saying
Yeah,
the same thing, right?
I think so. And
Okay.
yeah, but I just
Do you?
I
Okay,
don't
let
know.
me ask you this real quick, Ivan, because I know you've been on my chat a lot, and I appreciate you for being here, by the way. Do you think that
Yeah.
I'm saying it's all on Kyler? Because every time I ask a question, I do hear people saying it's not all on Kyler. Do you hear me saying it's all on Kyler?
No, you have the same frustrations I do, to where we're ready to see Kyler take the leap and be the guy that we all think he should be.
Right.
And that's just not happening. So I think me and you are the same page with that. I think he should be, not just on paper with the stats, being a top 10 quarterback. I think he should be the guy corralling people to win games, that kind of quarterback. But he just might not be that. So
Time will tell, man. Time will tell. Appreciate you, Ivan, man. Thank you so very much. Have a great day, man. Later. All right,
thanks.
let's keep it going here. We got a few more people here. We got 23K5. You've been waiting for a while. Sorry, 23. Let's see. 23K5, you were live on the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me, brother. How are you feeling? Hear me?
It's been a long time since I came on here to talk to you. So
Yep. It's
let me
been a
say
bit, man.
this: we
How
made
you
a
been?
stop. We made a stop on 4th and 5, and on like the first quarter, and we didn't have an opening touchdown, which that actually was crazy because you know the penalties killed us. Like we were the fewest in the NFL. So hearing the facts, here's the thing: Kyler Murray is year 6, and he hasn't been showing his level of consistency of being a quarterback in the NFL. You see guys, you see Bo Nix. He's gonna those rookies are playing better than him. So Kyle Murray, he's just not it. You can argue and saying Kyle Murray's not it. I mean, dude, he's already 6 games and he's not playing better. And
So
the
the inconsistencies is getting you too, right? That's what you're feeling. Okay.
he threw the ball over Xavier Weaver's head.
Yeah.
And I don't think he thought Xavier Weaver was going to be Marvin Harrison Jr., which he's not. So, and the defense was horrible. Sean Murphy Bunting got a penalty on like 4th and 4 that we made a stop. And then
Oh,
you
yeah.
saw Sean Murphy Bunting. Did you saw Jonathan Gannon yell at Sean Murphy Bunting?
No, I didn't. Did he?
I saw him. He was on the sideline. He was yelling at Sean Murphy Bunting.
Wow. I mean, it is pretty weird that he got hurt with a neck injury. Like, then he was ruled out. I'm not saying coincidence. I'm not saying that, but it was really weird. Like, that was a play that you can't have as a cornerback. I was pretty frustrated with that as well. So you're on the boat with you're done with Kyler. Is that what you're saying? Or not really?
Yet. Not
Okay.
yet. Unless, here's the thing: if he doesn't play good with the New York Jets, the Patriots, the Panthers, all these other games, he's not it. He's not it. We
Okay.
might get a new quarterback, and we might have to start all over, which that's gonna suck. But it is what it is. It's
Okay.
it's year 6, and we still haven't seen any great improvements from Kyle Murray.
All right. Perfect. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so very much, 23, man. Appreciate it. Later, man. All right, let's keep this going here. I have some people asking how do you get into the live stream. Boom, right there. The link has been pinned. There you go. Click on the link, jump on in, and come on through. Let's go with Brian. Brian with the super chat. Appreciate you. He says, I just want to leave this here. Games 1 and 5. Sorry. Games 1 and 5, 19 penalties. Games 6 and 3, 6 and 13 penalties. Packers didn't win this game. We handed it to them. More to come. Well, yeah, for sure. Penalties are definitely a reason for concern, right? The penalties were outlandish. They were outlandish today. They were bad. The penalties were bad today. Absolutely. Facts. But was there a lot of penalties in the Commanders game? Was there a lot of penalties in the Lions game? Bills game? I don't think there was, right? But yeah, appreciate the super chat. All right, let's keep it going. Let's go with Jaden. Jaden, you were live on the Easy Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me how you feeling about the Arizona Cardinals loss to the Green Bay Packers. You there, Jaden?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be brief. I mean, I don't know. It almost the offense just feels. It feels like I'm watching someone drown. Like it's like watching someone slowly suffocate, and I truly don't know what it is, and I don't. I don't think I wouldn't. I don't know if it's Kyler or not. All I know is when I watched the Rams game, and like even back in the day, like when he plays well, it's like when the offense is all over the place, like he's running all the time. He's dropping back and bootlegging, and when it just looks wild, the game is like electrifying and amazing. That's when he's throwing passes and calling touchdowns before he even sees it make the end zone. But I feels like after the Rams game, all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. It's like we started to become more like the offense became more sophisticated. Like we're trying to do something different, and he just does not function. Like he can't function that way. It's like he only functions in organized chaos. When it's organized chaos, he does an excellent job. When it's like order and systemic, not saying that Petzing's calls have been great, but like
Right.
they feel less chaotic, and we're just getting absolutely steamrolled by everybody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's fair. And I'm glad you kind of came out and said that obviously you don't know what it is, right? You don't care what it is, right? Is it Kyler? Is it Drew? You just want to get it fixed. Is that correct?
yeah, it just I don't know. Like you said, we don't truly know. I mean, it's everybody,
It is.
everything, everything is horrible, and I'm just tired. Like, and I want to believe, like every day, like I go through, like the sorrowful Mondays after we lose, and it's like the season's over. But then they get on the press conferences and they sound so determined to fix it, and you're like, okay, all right, let's do it. Let's buckle up, and then. We come to today. Like I was just at a function with literally went to a function today with a crap ton or yesterday with a crap ton of Packers fans in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Crap ton. I'm the lone Cardinals fan, and they're over there like, oh, our condolences. And I'm over here like, you know what? I'm going to just take it because, frankly, we could be going up against your third strings, and I
Yeah.
still would be concerned.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
But, yeah, that's all I got.
All right, brother. Thank you, Jaden. Appreciate you, man. Later. Good call. Good call. I mean, we're hearing a very, very defeated fan, and I'm right there with you, Jaden. You're not alone. All right, let's keep it going here. We got Cigar Brothers. All right, Cigar Brothers, you are live on the Easy Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me how you feeling about the Arizona Cardinals. What's up, brother? Oh, with the cigar too. Okay. Can you hear me? Can
Hey
you hear me?
guys. Yo, what is up?
What's up, brother? Talk to me.
Hey man, doing good. So here's the thing. I'm in Dallas, Texas right now, but I'm alone. I've been Cardinals fan since I lived in Phoenix, born and raised. Here, I'm gonna be very honest with you and be very transparent.
Okay.
The Arizona Cardinals, it's not Kyler Murray. It's not. It is. It is Bidwell organization. That is what's going on. It is the Bidwells, 100%. We know that, and you can have. We're the hospice of the NFL. We're the hospice of the NFL.
Yep.
And you can have different coaches, you can have different players, you can have all the first round draft picks all you want. It is Michael Bidwell's organization. It's his leadership. And what he's going to do, he's going to throw someone in the bus. He's going to fire Gannon early, like Robert Saleh, or he will not be back next season. And if that doesn't get fixed, then the GM's going to be the problem. So he never takes ownership. We have the hospices in the NFL. I love my Cardinals,
Yep.
but it is Michael Bidwell and Michael Bidwell alone that is the problem. He needs to sell this team. I'm being honest. I love my Cardinals. He needs to sell this team, take his money, start an airline. He flies planes, start an airline business, start flying planes, do what he wants to do. Sell his team to an expansion franchise. That franchise needs to move to Oklahoma City and wash his hands of the Arizona Cardinals. I played football in Arizona, high school football. I played at Scottsdale Community College. I played at SEC. Football is like with like the high school and the college. Beyond that, we have have you seen a cardinal in Arizona? Tell me the last time you've seen a bird cardinal there. They don't exist, dude.
Yeah, you might be right.
We're not a football NFL city. And so something's going to have to give. Kyler Murray 5'10". It's just something's going to have to give here. It starts with Michael Bidwell. He is the problem and no one else. So unless he changes something or takes ownership, it is him, sell the franchise. They need to go to Oklahoma City, start a new franchise, wash his hands of this organization because we are the hospice of the NFL.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. Well, let me ask you real quick before I let you go. I know you said it's not all on Kyler. I agree with you. It's not all on Kyler. Do you think Kyler deserves some blame for the play? If you don't want to answer it, don't.
He does.
Okay.
He does. He does. You're right. He does. Yeah. There's some things he does. He does. He does, brother. That's it. Yeah. You got it.
That's fair. That's all I needed to know. Appreciate you, man.
Okay.
Later, dude.
All right, man. See ya.
Great. Here's the thing. That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying. But I agree. Bidwell, man, please sell it. If we could find a billionaire, if I had one in my pocket, I would love to call him up and say, please buy it, but we don't have one. All right, let's go with Ryan. Ryan, you are live on the Easy Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me, brother. How are you feeling about the Arizona Cardinals?
Oh, I just want to make sure. Can you hear me?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Can't complain. Talk to me. Hopefully you're a Kyler Murray stan, that he does nothing wrong. Hopefully, fingers crossed. How you feel?
So here's the thing. I didn't see the first half, which sounds like it was lucky on my part. But I did see we made it interesting at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half.
Yep.
You know, we had a chance to do something. And I think that the turnovers aren't on Kyler because that's 3 straight drives with 3 straight fumbles. You know, like that's not on Kyler. You can't put that on him.
Right.
Could he have played better? Absolutely. But I'm still on Kyler. I mean, think about this. We had a gauntlet in the first 6 games, right?
Right.
Like we had a lot of playoff caliber teams, and we won 2 games, which some people expect us to go winless. So I really think that we need to stick with Kyler because we knew that it wasn't going to be a fast rebuild. We still need work on the defense. We still need work on offense, but overall, we show glimpses of potential. It's just about putting it all together, I think.
Okay. Let me ask you real quick. So Kyler Murray, I think we can all agree that we're not moving off of him this year. I think we can all agree with that. He's the best quarterback we have on this roster. Agree, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So are you saying that he got no blame, or you're saying that he does have blame, it's just not all on him? I guess that's my question.
He does have some blame. It's not all on him, though. Like, for example, that pass to Xavier Weaver, he was open. Like, that's a game-changing play right there. He makes that play, we're down by 7 instead of 11. And that's a different thing. Yeah. But the thing is, after that drive, Sean Murphy-Bunting got penalized in crucial areas, got burned on that touchdown, and then 3 straight drives with 3 straight fumbles. You're not going to win games like that.
Right. No, I 100% agree. I think the defense obviously could have made some stops. 34 is hard to kind of dig yourself out of that hole. 100% agree. Let me ask you this real quick. $200 million quarterback that you're paying right now. Obviously, the season's still young, right? We're 2-4 right now.
Yes.
So what is your expectations for the Cardinals, not Kyler Murray, the Cardinals organization to progress into next year? Is it just 5 wins, 6 wins, 7 wins? What will get you to say, okay, I have confidence in next year. We're going to go through. We got a franchise quarterback under contract. What will it take for you? Is it wins, or is it just Kyler Murray's stat line? What are your thoughts until next year?
My personal opinion is a little bit weirder. I just want games to be really close. But I projected the team having about 9 wins, and that's because of the last half of their season. But of course, we all know that any given Sunday can happen.
True.
But I just really want to see progression with this team. And if we can fix those mistakes, like, for example, penalties killed us. And obviously, we need to get a little bit better in terms of health. We were pretty stretched thin already as is.
Okay.
And with Marvin Harrison Jr. out, Kaiser White out, those are two key players for our team.
Yeah.
And so we lost them at the very beginning. It's just hard to come back from that.
Okay. See, to me, and I'm not trying to go get your point because you do have some very valid points. It's just
Mhm.
when you have a $200 million contract quarterback, to me, my expectations is you got to win the games that you shouldn't win. Not all of them. I don't expect you to go 16-0, 17-0. I'm sorry, new game. So I don't expect you to go 17-0. But I do expect you to win games that you're supposed to win and some games that you're not supposed to win. And so far with what we've seen from the Arizona Cardinals, not just Kyler, the Cardinals, is the inconsistency that's frustrating people. It's the year 6 of Kyler Murray to say, okay, you're supposed to progress into this franchise quarterback, and we're paying you $200 million, and you got 2 wins. Well, you look at the NFL, you have Jaden Daniels, 4 wins, I think. Caleb Williams, 4 wins now. Does that upset you, or you don't even look at the NFL? It's just my Cardinals, and that's it. What's your?
I'm going to look at my Cardinals. Because it's unfair to compare them to other teams and other players who are in different positions. You know.
Okay. Well, appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Later.
Yeah.
Peace.
Have a good one.
All right, let's keep it going. We got Brett. Brett, you were live on the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. Talk to me, man. How you feeling about the Arizona Cardinals loss to the Green Bay Packers? You with me, Brett? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, there you are. Here you go, man. Talk to me. How you feeling?
Good. Sorry, let me pause this.
You're good.
I'm a little bit behind. I'm not a Kyler apologist at all.
Okay.
I think, though, that we as fans have this kind of Superman expectation of him to lead a team that doesn't have a tremendous amount of talent on it to make miraculous wins out of nothing, and it just doesn't happen in the NFL. Are there plays where I feel like he should make? Yeah. Interesting thing. Last caller talked about that Weaver play. And what I've seen from him this year is that the route runners are running short on routes. He's throwing long. So they just get on the page of run long, go. He's going to outthrow the coverage and just go for it. He was throwing towards the back of the end zone. Weaver's a rookie. I get it. But, you know, the defense just doesn't have anything going for it. Beacham getting that false start penalty. Nobody lined up across him. A 13-year vet have that. I mean, these guys are not the type of players that this organization needs on this roster going forward to win consistently. And until we build a roster that has players that can consistently win their battles, do their jobs, we're not going to win.
Okay.
7 wins probably at the most this year.
7?
Yep.
That's still pretty good. I'll take it.
I would take it. I didn't have any really high expectations coming in this year. I mean, I like the last caller, I want to see them be competitive. I don't like the blowouts. That's no fun for anybody at all.
Yeah.
I mean, even when you lose close games, it makes you even salivate a little bit more about the opportunity to win. But they're just not there. The talent's just not there yet.
Okay. So 7 wins, that's okay with me. I'm okay with that. It's just the inconsistencies that we're seeing from Kyler, offense, Drew Petzing, everything as a whole. It's what's the frustrating that frustrating card. And these blowouts, like I said, I didn't want to see another blowout like the Commanders game. Now this one isn't as bad, but it's still bad. You lost by 21 points, and it's hard to come back from that, especially with this defense. Let me ask you this real quick. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just going to say, this coaching staff is young. We still have to realize that they're young. They're going through a lot of growing pains on their own right. And it's hard to evaluate that as fans, but you see it in games like this where, one, they're just not really good at making really good adjustments. And interesting thing about today, Harrison goes out and they go right back to McBride, just like they did last year, which, okay, that works. So why not just come out with that at the beginning of the season and make him your number one target, shade some coverage away from Harrison to start opening him up for some underneath routes.
Ding, ding, ding. No, you're 100% right. 100% right. It's so weird that it does feel like game plan to the Arizona Cardinals means that's where we're going all the time. That's where we're going all the time. And I don't get that. I would love the Cardinals to disperse the ball around with obviously Michael, Trey McBride, Dortch, and then Marvin Harrison Jr. was there. It's weird how this Cardinals organization functions because it feels like also when Kyler Murray's on one person, the ball goes to that person all the time. Like James Conner, for example. Like if it's James Conner, this guy will get the ball 6 or 7 times straight. A little bit exaggerated, more like 3 or 4 or maybe 5, but like it's really weird how this offense functions like that. So I agree. Kyler Murray, if he can win 7 games, I think that can be a step in the right direction for sure.
I'll just say too, I mean, you're spot on because it reminds me of when D-Hop was here. It's like Kyler D-Hop. He's gonna get him, bail him out every time. Yep. And now he doesn't have like that true bailout, but he's still trying to go to Marv on bailouts. I mean, we got lucky on that play last week where he comes down on that 4th down conversion. And they've got to find a way to get synced up. But I really have a problem with us not playing those guys in the preseason.
Ding, ding, ding. Thank you. Me too.
Which is another young coaching mistake. That's all of us.
Agree. All right, brother. I'm going to let you go, man. Appreciate you. Thanks, Brett. Later.
All right.
Great call. Great call. Honestly, you know, there's definitely things that obviously we can take away. And very, you know, good put. Like he put it very well. That this team isn't designed to win games, but also said that 7 games is attainable. Because I still think 7 games are attainable too. What I'm just trying to see is not games like we just saw today. Like that's all I'm trying to say. Like all I'm saying is that the blame should go around. And if you don't think the blame should go around, then we can't have a conversation because Kyler deserves blame to this loss. Like he does. Because the whole thing of fixating on one person, that's a QB. That's a Drew Petzing issue, right? Obviously an offensive issue in this scheme. Why is it like that? I don't get it, right? Because he's right. Brett was right. When Marvin went down, it's like McBride. But also on the other side of the coin, we've seen Connor. And it almost kind of seems like they don't want to go away from it because it works. Now, obviously, if it works, nobody's talking about it. But this offense needs to function on the thought that we need to spread this ball around. And we're not. We're not spreading the ball around. Obviously, once the Cardinals get clicking. But that's the thing. Like, we're going into week 7 and we're talking about our offense still not clicking. Like, that's another big thing. That's another big concern that I have going on, right? How is your offense not clicking and we're heading into week 7 already? It's crazy to me. It's crazy. So here we are. A lot of things happened today, right? Marvin went down with a concussion. Hopefully prayers up. Hopefully he comes back. Hopefully everything is going to be fine in week 7. To me, I'm still doubling down. It's everybody's fault. Everybody who wears a Cardinal logo on them is to blame in this loss. I'm not shying away from that. I still think that's the case. Are we moving off of Kyler? No. We're week 7. What are we supposed to do? He's our quarterback, right? He's our quarterback. What I hope happens is the Cardinals continue to win, of course. Now, if they continue to fight hard and stay within, these games, then I guess you can kind of have some sort of little moral victory, which honestly, at the end of the day, I'm kind of tired of moral victories, to be honest with you. There is every other organization feels like they can get it right, but the Cardinals. Like, the Cardinals takes 3 to 4 years to rebuild and are good for 1 or 2 years, and they rebuild for another 4 to 5, right? Where you have organizations like the Commanders, which they got a rookie quarterback, and boom, they're already in playoff contention, or at least playoff contention, right? Caleb Williams doing the same thing, first overall pick. So it could be done, right? It could be done. It's not one of these things where I'm saying, I don't like what Monty's doing. Do I feel like he's taking the approach of being very, very relaxed? Of course, yeah. The acquisitions that we brought in free agency, although I was trying to be optimistic about them, they're not working out. They're not doing good. The only one that has done good for us so far is Mack Wilson Sr. That's it. The only guy that has done good for us is Mack Wilson Sr. That is it. Now, here's the thing. Kyler Murray, you got to get this issue resolved with Marvin Harrison Jr. You got to. You're the franchise quarterback. You're the veteran, right? You need to get this resolved. Do I put some blame in Marvin? Of course. Everybody gets blame. Everybody does. But nobody goes on blameless, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies, and we're going to be closing up shop. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We had all sorts of different takes on here today. Absolutely appreciate everybody for coming in. For all the people that did jump in, thank you. Absolutely appreciate you guys for coming in here. You guys make this channel the way that it is. We're going to be closing up shop right now. If you could do me a huge favor, smack up that like button. Do it for the algorithm on your way out. Let me give you another huge shout out here to the sponsors of the Arizona Sports Fan here throughout the entirety of the NFL season. BetUS. If you're looking for a brand new sportsbook, BetUS is the way to go. Currently, right now, if you use promo code YouTube150, they will provide you with a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000, and then your following 2 deposits will be 125% sign-up bonus. By using promo code YouTube150 upon signing up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you everybody for tuning in as always. Very, very good talking to every single one of you guys. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Actually, I've had the wrong graphic out. This is the graphic I meant to put up. Apologize about that. Here it is. YouTube150 is your promo code upon signing up. 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Cardinals.